Crawling claws are the byproduct of necromantic rituals performed upon the severed hands of sinners. The ritual traps the wrongdoer's soul fragment, specifically the part warped by the sin that drove them to violence, inside the hand. The fragment becomes the claw's animating malevolent will. Each crawler reflects the sinner's original vice. Envy. Crawlers that lash out with those with status, wealth, or beauty, created from aggressors who attacked out of jealousy, failed performers, rejected lovers, or those eclipsed by the talents of others. These claws whisper psychic spite in the faint voice of their original owner, an eye forming on their hand which has perfect vision, so they see what others have all the time. These hands dwell in the walls of the homes they wish to claim, and when they get fed up with their situation, the madness drives them to attack. As its hand rots, its envy grows, and it spites others' health. Soon, everyone will be a target. Gluttony. Crawlers that fixate on consumption, flesh, food, or even magical energy, often formed from cannibals or ravenous beasts who turn to killing for substance. Crawling claws don't need to eat, but this one has formed a mouth on the palm. An overwhelming feeling of hunger consumes them, driving them to attack. Each meal fattens the hand size as its insides swell and its hunger inflates. Crawlers that hunt for wealth, assaulting anyone with coin, and stealing hoarded valuables. Born from the thieves, assassins for hire, or desperate robbers. These hands grow an ear, which is very sensitive to sound. They can hear a coin drop a mile away, or crack a lock by listening to the mechanisms inside. A pocket dimension exists behind its ear, where it stores the wealth it stole. Eventually their greed leads them to the dragon's den, becoming minions or akin to surprise filled with gold. Formed by wrongdoers, driven by obsession, desire, fixation, or warped romantic fantasies, these claws cling to objects once owned by the person they desired in life. These hands' sense of touch is hugely enlarged. They seek out things they desire and drag them back to their lairs so they may continuously feel its presence, finding new things after they wear down their past obsessions. Although the world is full of things to get their hands on, the longing feeling of wanting something to touch them diminishes them. Crawlers that target humiliation, striking at rivals, created from arrogant duelists, pompous nobles, and those who murdered to maintain reputation. These claws act with dramatic flourishes, flexing like they believe they are still a whole superior person. These hands have a great sense of smell in their thumbs. They walk around with 2 fingers, with their thumbs stuck between them. As the hand rots, it begins to stink, making the crawler want to pull off their own thumb. But the only way to achieve this is with the help of another, which they would never. Crawlers that optimistically finish off their prey, made from killers who struck out of laziness, convenience, or empathetic cruelty. These claws prefer ambushes and rarely pursue fleeing prey unless prodded by magic. They find safe places to rest and spend the rest of their lives in that spot. They create interesting artwork that lures creatures into their den where they strike from hiding. As it rots away, they lose interest in their craft and slowly wither away, refusing to even try attacking. Crawlers that hunt down aggressors they faced in life, Formed from assailants consumed by rage, these claws tremble with barely contained fury. Their fingers curled like talons, these hands sharpen their nails into deadly weapons and track down their targets, each successful hunt fueling its bloodlust until it seeks ultimate destruction, festering a chaotic rage that drives the hand. Identity and purpose. A crawling claw inherits just enough memory to continue the killing spree its host begun in life. In most cases, the claw behaves like a semi-feral predator, lashing out at whatever is nearby. But a claw formed from a murderer with a certain target often retains that fixation, hunting a particular victim across cities or continents if given the chance. They are a swarming threat. Individually, the crawling claws are frail, little more than bone and sinew, animated by spite. They are minions in every sense, minimal hit points, narrow abilities, little tactical nuisance. Their danger lies in scale. An experienced necromancer can animate dozens at once, unleashing a silent swarm of skittering killers that slip under doors, crawl along ceilings, or hide beneath furniture. A massed group can overwhelm guards, sabotage rituals, strangle sleepers, or wear down adventurers through sheer numbers. On rare occasions, the crawling claw exists while its original body is still alive. The ritual does not require the host's death, only the severed hand and a catalytic sin. Sometimes the remaining body is fully aware and deliberately uses the claw as an assassin or spy. Other times, the host is unaware their hand was ever removed, altered, and reattached. In these cases, the claw slips free at night or during moments of unconsciousness, performing murders that the living host may later attribute to superstition, blackouts, or a curse. This creates the perfect narrative seed for a serial attacker with a twist. The adventurers stop a criminal from harming the next target, leaving them to rot. But more deaths emerge. Did they get the wrong person? Is there a copycat on the loose? Maybe their spirit still lingers. A villain who is literally destroying without knowing. The local sheriff hires the party to help catch a villain that's always one step ahead of him, only carrying out their deeds while the sheriff sleeps. He's tried staying awake, but the killer waits till he's exhausted before striking. A body horror subplot where the hand betrays its owner. A player character gets their hand cut off, and only a mage that lives deep in the swamps has the power to stitch it back on. She seemed nice at first, and only asked for small favors in return, until her true nature revealed herself to be a hag. During the battle, the player's hand attacked them. A cult of sinners seeking eternal life. A cult named the Left Hand Men spans over the city, their members touching important aspects of the government. They worship a great necromancer, and in return, the necromancer makes their body immune to pain. Only attacking their left hand can truly harm them. These are great options for starting a horror mystery style game, where the players uncover the crawling claws that eventually lead them to the necromancer pulling the strings. Thanks for watching. Please help me out by liking the video and subscribing. And comment down below which crawling claw is your favorite, or what changes you would make